Disney spent $5 billion buying Star Wars. That means they need to make money off of the Star Wars franchise. It's just they don't know how to make a Star Wars. They only really know how to desecrate and vandalize the original characters, kill them off, embarrass themselves, and then blame the fans. And you can see that in the most recent month, the nightmare that the Star Wars brand has had. Like, for instance, Mark Hamill is standing here, absolute cringe posting with Barack Obama about his presidential library, which looks like an AT-AT. But the cringe was certainly not limited to this. Mark Hamill then immediately after meeting with Barack Obama, funny how that works, posted President Trump dead. Wonder if there's a connection there. Mark Hamill posts an image of dead Trump, saying if only days after assassination attempt, the White House attacked the Star Wars titular character, although he's been killed off, saying if only he should be living long enough for us to devastate the blah, 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 long enough to realize he'll be disgraced to history books forevermore. Says a dude who literally drank titty milk from an alien down his gross beard. Green titty milk. Okay. Gross hobo beard. Star Wars actor Mark Hamill posted if only with an image of Trump in a grave. Obi-Wan Kenobi once said to Luke Skywalker, "Don't give in to hate. It leads to the dark side." Luke did not listen. Hate has made Hamill join the dark side, says Elon Musk. Yeah. So that's really bad for the Star Wars brand. Like, you're going to piss off the majority of the country because we are the majority of the country. We won the popular vote. We won all 7 swing states. And we are the majority fundamentally in culture because, well, conservatives, Republicans tend to work and have money to spend on things like Star Wars, right? So if you did it right, then maybe, Star Wars used to be right-wing coded. It used to be the hero's journey. Star Wars was like a space odyssey, literally the Odyssey is Homer's journey. And even that's being destroyed. But anyway, the point is that if Disney could just make a good Star Wars, maybe you could start to repair things with the fans who you have blackballed and attacked and shamed. And what is this? Pedro Pascal kisses Stephen Colbert, calls himself an actress while promoting Disney's The Mandalorian and Grogu. Great. Actor Pedro Pascal has kissed left-wing CBS late-night host. This after Mark Hamill, probably the most famous Star Wars actor alive today, post-Trump dead. Got it? Yes. Yes, please. Regular Americans, red state Americans, come and see our Star Wars. Here's what you will get. Colbert Show reached its natural and logical conclusion, making out with another dude on air. This is not AI. Pedro Pascal, I have a great idea. I'm going to make out with Stephen Colbert. Disney, how is this going to help promote The Mandalorian, our first theatrical release for Star Wars franchise in nearly 7 years? Pedro Pascal, The Mandalorian? Pedro Pascal promotes The Mandalorian and Grogu by kissing Stephen Colbert on the mouth. For many online, this immediately became a meme material, but raised the question, how exactly is this supposed to promote The Mandalorian to Star Wars audiences? Well, it didn't. I'm here to proudly report to you The Mandalorian is bombing, at least by Star Wars standards. Here's the receipts for opening weekends in the Star Wars Disney era. Of course, the George Lucas era blew all of these numbers out of the water, but let's just try and compare apples to apples and not oranges. The Force Awakens, $250 million. Whoa. Rogue One, $155 million, respectable. The Last Jedi, $220 million. Well, that was the end. Solo, $100 million. Solo lost money. Rise of Skywalker, $177 million. That is down $70 million from the original. That's not the trajectory you want to take. And now The Mandalorian with $100 million on a 4-day weekend. So they're fudging the numbers right now. It's a 4-day weekend. Look at that. Mandalorian has bombed.
Woo! You just keep hitting the fucking home runs, Disney!
Mandalorian Grogu movie opened to the lowest box office in a Star Wars movie ever, even over a 4-day weekend. This is despite 7-year gap between Star Wars movies. Disney has done the truly incredible, destroyed the Star Wars franchise. And it's so sad, honestly. Mandalorian is opening the same rate of Solo. Actually, Solo made more money, and that's considered the biggest bomb in the history of Star Wars. Disney's Star Wars The Mandalorian brought in $82 million at the box office in its first 3 days in theaters, the lowest opening for Star Wars ever. Ooh. Yikes. Lowest box office in the Disney era. What a nightmare. Go woke. Everyone's posting it. Go woke, go broke. Like, you have your actors in these franchises. They keep telling regular Americans who would buy a ticket to your movie if you stopped insulting them that you hate them. You hate their president, and that you're going to make Star Wars a political brand. A boys brand that's been turned into a girls brand that nobody likes. Boys brand that everyone likes turned into a girls brand that no one likes. There we go. The Mandalorian and Grogu is Disney's lowest ever Star Wars opening. Well, effed around and found out. The film benefited from premium large format screenings in Dolby Cinemas, as 41% of tickets were sold for these upgraded, more expensive showings. So they're even rigging the system. These tickets can cost $20 a piece. However, the film's box office is the only metric Disney will be keeping an eye on. The company's strategy doesn't just rely on ticket sales, but other avenues of revenue growth like merchandise and theme parks. Oh, really? You mean the theme parks that you've destroyed because you didn't make them about the original characters? You can't meet Han, Luke, or Leia. Well, nobody wants to meet Luke in real life, but yes, okay. Look at this. Now Disney is considering removing the Star Wars sequel trilogy from canon, from the timeline, and doing a focus on the original characters. Wow. They're admitting defeat. They did the same thing with Marvel. What are we going to do now? Oh, man, I can't believe it. Absolute and total nightmare fuel for Disney. How are they going to do it? It would be the single biggest corporate we effed up in the history of the world. I would love to see it happen. Maybe Mandalorian and Grogu collapsing in on its own weight is what's going to finally push them over the line here. And they'll just delete the Rey trilogy from the timeline. Notice how Rey was supposed to have her own standalone movies, and where are those? Where's anything that Kathleen Kennedy's done? It's all been thrown in the garbage. Mandalorian and Grogu was the last little piece of that to live on, and it's just dying at the box office. It couldn't happen to better people. And we're excited for this moment. We feel like this is how you heal. Will you ever watch a Star Wars movie again? Let me know in the comment section. It's your boy Benny. See ya.